Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the Chaos-Cade, and we're in, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Cause I'm just kinda here playing the game Biomutant, because, I saw it in my, library, and I thought maybe I'll give it a try, cause, and I watched the trailer for it a little bit, not too much on the gameplay aspects, but there wasn't really much to watch in terms of the gameplay aspects. So I figured I'd just kind of cover it, I guess. Um, Mostly just because it seemed interesting. And it is a cool game. I gotta admit, I do like this game. It's kind of fun to play, but it's it's a game that I'd say is more just for screwing around in, for the most part. And I'll kind of explain deeper into that. But right now we're at this tree of life, which kind of holds the whole world together, I think. So I'll start off by saying, right off the bat, the story to this threw me for a loop, and I still don't get it. I don't fully understand the story at all because it's very. It's just a mess of a story to try to follow, and I just don't. I could not follow it for the life of me. Um, but from what I understand, the tree of life here holds the world together and gives life to everything. Because the skipping something, the whole world takes part in kind of like a post-apocalyptic thing where the humans polluted the world too much for it to be livable, and they left on arcs or spaceships, basically, into space or whatever, and left Earth behind. And the creatures left on Earth mutated and all that, hence what we are, and we now try to keep the planet alive with this tree that a guy was taking care of when our character was a child. And, oh, my brain. And he's been taking care of it so long that it got this big, which I don't understand in the slight. There's no real explanation to it. It's just like, it just kind of throws you into a cutscene, or like into the past, to tell you about this tree that the guy's watering, and that's why there's a tree. There's not much else to it, as far as I could tell, or could even think into. And that's just part of the story. The other part of the story is about your character, where basically, you're kind of a wanderer now, because in the past you lost your family to a fire. If you're wondering why I'm not looking over there, it's because there's something I'm going to show you in a minute. Yeah, basically you lost your family to, not a fire, a monster guy called Lupa Lupin, and he's mad and he destroys your old town and all that, and basically kills your family, and then leaves you as a wanderer on your own. Like I said, if you guys are getting lost on the story, trust me, so am I. I still haven't figured it out, and I kind of gave up trying. So, but I'm trying to just cover it for you guys to at least understand where I'm coming from, at least as to what I think about the game. So, he kills your family, and he's after you like the whole time, and you see him in the very beginning of the game. Like that's their trailer, is the beginning of the game. Your character running from him in the wasteland or something. And come to find out later, you get here, he's killed your family because apparently your family killed his parents and left him alone. So he did the same thing to you, basically, and was waiting to fight us again. And we won that battle. And then after we won, the tree took him, I guess. So this is the main bad guy. The tree just wraps around him and catches him, and then he's just stuck like this. He's still in like a struggling pose, as if he's fighting out of it, but he's definitely stuck there. I don't know. There's no explanation as to why the tree wraps around him either. It just does. That's it. There's no explanation. So, that, I guess, is part of the story to him. And then you got the World Tree story, which there's like big creatures attacking. Now, I already dealt with all the creatures, and apparently I can't go fight them whenever I want. I figured maybe they, like, respawn or something so I could go have fun fighting them. But no, they're not there anymore. And I can't go back, so that sucks. But, the creatures, is there, like, any way I can maybe look at them somehow? I doubt it. Also, you get a bunch of mounts, which I'll get into in a little bit here. What in the world? Okay, so there's also these tribes, which is another third story to get into. Basically, these were all people in your village. And you have to try to unite them into one big, great tribe again somehow. For some reason. Because they're all at war with each other. Because they were like students of your family, and each of them has a certain weapon dedicated to them. My brain is already hurting trying to put all this together. Trust me, I know how confusing this is if you guys are confused too. But yeah. Also, the map is huge. I do have to give it that. I know I've been kind of going off about the negatives of the story. The story is like the only negative things I have about it. The game itself is actually really cool. The map is massive. Like, this place is huge. Like, traveling from place to place takes a while. Which you need to really go after those fast travel points. Because otherwise, it's getting anywhere takes you forever. So I do like the size of the map, and there's plenty of places to go, plenty of places I haven't been. I wish it would show me the bosses again, at least. But I guess I can't really look them up. Which sucks. I'm sure if you guys could probably look up the pictures of them or anything. Also, here's our guy, and as you can see here, we also have plenty of armor slots, which you can change everything. You get hats, you get masks, you get shoulder pads, shirts and pants. Then you can have a main hand weapon and then a secondary if you get the right skill perks. And you get a backpack stuff. And then not only do you get all that, but you can also even add stuff to it with the crafting menu, which is interesting. And you can fully modify everything you got. You can add extra armor pieces onto everything. And then with your weapons, you can completely take apart your weapons and craft completely new ones out of new parts. You can take apart everything, even the beginning sword, which I still have. I still have the beginning weapons, just because I felt like I should keep them. But I also have all my other crafted things, which are pretty cool. You can get some really cool guns and really strong weapons, which I really like. And I actually love this crafting thing. It took me a little bit to figure it out, and I could not figure it out for so long until I had just a ton of different parts, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try the crafting menu again. And thankfully I did, because God, it helps so much. Being able to have a much stronger weapon to deal with enemies really helped. Yeah, I really love their crafting menu. I love their customization for your character. I love the stat building thing you get, so every time you level up, you get to put a point into, like, all your different stats. So I have, like, oh, you get this. Some of these are linked together, but it's really cool. Oh, also, you might see down there, there's that fireball, snowball, all 5 of those symbols down there with the colors. So those are, like, I guess, biohazard resistances. And as you can see, I got all mine basically at 100. Because I've been playing so long on this character. once you have them all at 100, you can basically go into every zone and be completely fine, which is really helpful. Because you can go into hazard zones. I guess I can show you. Alright. So, I think if we just go down this road... Oh, I guess I'll cover some of the mounts real quick. Now, these ones are all grayed out because I can't use them here. Which sucks that you can't use the transport vehicles anywhere you want. The only one you can use anywhere is your horse or whatever you want. So you can call that in wherever. Oh, the hand's here. What is the... I summoned the hand? Wait, what? Can't spawn transport here. Can't spawn... Okay, so I could summon the hand for some reason. Which is actually a vehicle, funny enough. It's an interesting vehicle. Every vehicle's kind of unique. The horse is definitely faster, so I think we're going to use that. But I guess I'll cover the hand real quick. The hand vehicle is actually very interesting. I like the design of it. I like how they made it to work. And then it even has a gun mode, which you can kind of turn. You could fire. I thought that was very unique. It's kind of slower than the horse. A bit more... I don't know. I guess it's mostly just slower. But it's cool. The horse is definitely faster, so we're going to definitely use that. So I guess that covers the hand. I'll get to the other mounts soon. Yeah, Fume Foundry. Ow. Also, there's no fall damage in this game, which I do appreciate. And I keep forgetting about. Anyway. So normally, when you're in a zone like this, you'll take... there'll be like a radiation bar, or depending on what element is hurting you, it'll have like a bar in the top left telling you about it. Or top right, I think. It's in the top somewhere. It slowly goes up, depending on your resistance. Now, because I have 100% resistance, I'm perfectly fine in here. But if I didn't, which I'll get to soon, because there's that one resistance I don't have at 100, which we can go do real quick. Map. And I can show you that. And also my favorite thing to play with, because it's awesome. Alright, how do I... Micton Dock Station. Fast travel. Okay, so now we're here in the dead zone. And in this area, I will take Hypoxia Zone. So that's a resistance I don't have. But that's fine, because I can call in our mech. And I didn't know this game had a mech. And I think that is awesome. Because I love mechs in games, and this one is just so cool. I love it so much. And I think I get why they don't want you taking this everywhere. Into like every map, because otherwise you'd basically destroy everything. This mech is so powerful. Bam, 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 blam. I also figured out I can do like a jump attack. If I do it right. Oh, I'm sinking. Oh, okay. I still can't swim in that sludge. So that sludge there is bad. Oh, I'm dying. That's not good. Okay. There we go, got it. Blam! That's what I wanted to do. I was trying to get it to work, and I couldn't get it to work for some reason. Who's left? Oh, just the big guy, huh? And you're down. Easy peasy. Yeah, as the enemies get stronger, I guess the mech becomes a bit harder to use against them, just because you take a lot more damage. The other thing that's cool about the mech, as you can probably tell, is you get to change everything on it. So there's a whole bunch of different like parts you can have. So you can kind of like decorate this whole thing. The torso you can change. You can change the thing on the back here. It's all I just love it so much. There's so much to customize already. Now you can't change like the base color or anything, so there's definitely some ups and downs, I suppose. But I think I can appreciate enough that they gave us like different parts to add onto it. I think that's really cool. It's such a cool mech. Like firing these guns. You got dual guns, plus like an oil soaker, which you can find like scraps and stuff under the oil. And the reload animation is sick. I love that. That's so cool. When I first found out there was a mech, I just about like crap my pants. Because I love mechs in games. I used to play Titanfall a bunch too. That was fun. But yeah, that's kind of the mech. There is also the Goo Glide. So I think I can only use the Goo Glide out here. Yeah, out here. So let me fast travel out here. I just kind of want to show off each vehicle. Alright. So what is this? Never seen this before. I looted a clam. Okay. Didn't know I could do that, or find those. But once you're about in the water here, you can... Oop, not that one. Open this, get the Goo Glide out, and even this thing you can customize to your heart's content, really. If you go get parts for it. I haven't gotten a lot of parts for this one yet, so I kind of just with the basic stuff. I found like one case, so I have this kind of dragon-looking thing, which is cool, nonetheless. This one doesn't really have any weaponry or anything on it. It just has a hook thing for grabbing scraps out of the water. But yeah. The only vehicles you can't customize are the hand and the horse. You can customize the mech and the sea glide thing, which is cool. And then as for weapons, your weapons can get stupid. I love the weapons. I have this... So I have my gun here, and as you can see, it has so many bullets. It's got so many bullets. For reference, here's the beginning gun. Yeah, so that's the beginning gun. And here's my gun. Not done yet. Still going. Still going. And if you do, because I have another perk, I can do a quick reload if I press it on time. As soon as it gets low, to do like a perfect reload thing. So this gun has been like my favorite weapon that I have, because it just holds so many bullets. And it's so helpful. But you can also have like a shotgun. Oh, that's a pistol. Whoops. A shotgun. No. That's not a shotgun either. This is a shotgun. Also, your weapons can have different elements. As you can see, this one has like the radioactive element. I have one with the ice element. This is a rifle. Which is very nice. What is this? Oh, you know what? This gun is really funny. So it's got a decent ammo size for... It's an automatic rifle. But as you fire, the bullets just start spreading out further and further until they're shooting basically sideways. I think that's really funny. It's kind of dumb, but I love it just because of it. I mean, so once you do a lot of the story stuff, I've basically done most of the story. And, oh, there's another part I didn't even explain yet. So in your character menu here, you have your points, bio points, and psi points. Upgrade points are for basically upgrading all the stuff on the right there that you can see. Bio points You can use here. So in the biogenics, you have like bio powers basically, which are interesting powers. Um, I haven't played with much of them because I don't have all of them. But looking around at them, they definitely seem cool, and then they'd be interesting. But I've kind of gone without powers most of the time here, just because they don't do enough damage. Even on a like a power-based character, they just don't do enough. You also have psych powers, which are basically like superpowers, which are actually pretty cool, and I really like a lot of these. I've been trying to work towards the telekinesis on this guy because I want to be able to chuck things, just because I think that'd be hilarious. And then, yeah, you got the energy attack. You got basically a missile strike, which is quite a unique power, I gotta say. That looks insane. And I kind of do want to work towards it, but I guess that's just something I'll do on my own. I don't know if I'll do much recording of this game unless you guys want to see me just screw around, because that's really all there is to it. So with the aura stuff, as you can tell with the psi powers, it says that you need a certain level. So light aura needed 20, and I only have 16. Some of them need dark aura. So your aura is basically something, because you get to make choices in this game. I feel like they just mixed way too much into it with trying to make choices in the game with story, and then having like 3 or 4 different stories on top. Each one you get to make a choice with, and the choices are just too much. And then with these dark and light auras, basically it controls like how characters interact with you in the story, and like what actions you might be able to take. And you can still choose whatever actions you want. And for the most part, I've been doing the good side. Even those guys got 25 dark aura, I've been doing the good missions. I've been doing like nothing but the light side missions. But I've been every interaction I keep taking like the dark side action, but doing the light side story. Just because I felt like mixing it up a bit, and it kind of like messed with the story bits too, because you're supposed to be able to invite people onto an arc underneath the tree. Because there's like one more arc ship, and I don't know if it's to save anybody, but it's more just to bring them around, I suppose. To travel to new lands or something like that, as far as I understand. But because I have 2 more dark points, none of the story characters will come on the arc because I'm too dark, despite my actions being towards the light side and saving the tree. They're all too worried that I'm gonna destroy the world or whatever, or taking like a bad path. And that's just another thing I want to cover about the story quick. I know I've been harping on the story, but it's the only reason I'm hating on this game. And I do enjoy a lot of this game. I enjoy a lot of it. But I also gotta dock it where it needs to be docked. So with the story stuff and all the aura choices, so for example, say like I'm on the dark side, okay? And I'm talking to like one of the main story characters. They'll be asking me like, are you sure you're on the right path? You seem to be on like a darker path, or you could be on a brighter one. And you go through like dialogue options, and it's like one after another after another. It's just like, are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? Are you sure you're sure you're sure you're sure this is the right path? Like, I don't know at that point. I get so confused and fed up trying to read the story and listen along that I just give up. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. Like, are you sure you're on the right path? I don't know. Are you sure you want to do this? I don't know. You're walking a dark path. You could be doing much more good. I'm doing the good story! What do you want from me? I don't know! It's just, it's... The story bits and the aura and the dialogue choices just are so infuriating to me, because there's just too much. You could shorten so much of that. And like, I did record episodes of this, because I wanted to try to make this a little bit of a series, but when I watched the footage of it, 90% of the video was dialogue. And I'm not even joking. 90%. I had like 90% dialogue, 9% of me just being frustrated walking places, and like 1% action. Just because, like, fighting stuff, I'm walking around right now, there's usually stuff that'll attack you on the road, and stuff respawns, so you're never, like, out of enemies to fight. Things kind of just respawn all the time. But I think I'm in a more peaceful area, I guess, because I haven't seen, like, anything to fight. Oh, I haven't been to this. So these are the, psionic powers. I'll get back to whatever I was talking about in a second. But when you click on these, it'll give you, psionic power points. So now I have 10 points! Yay! Which means I can play with the telekinesis. Which, actually, I want to do that, because that sounds like something fun to do. God, I want to play with that. Telekinesis! Yes! Yay! Oh, I'm so gonna throw somebody. Okay, the first guy I find, I'm gonna throw. But, yeah, back to what I was saying with it, is that the story just drags on, and it doesn't end. And it's
Something
like...
or someone has made a nest here.
Key swallower monster. What? Okay. I'm down to fight a monster, sure. I mean, there's also big mini-bosses, which are cool. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah! Get yeeted! Oh, it doesn't aim where I want it, it just... Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. Wait, I'm on the wrong gun. Wait, pause, please. Thank you. You stand no chance against me. Thank you. I gotta say, this gun is like the ultimate saving grace. Yeah, as you can see, there's also like big guys. Now, he's not a mini-boss, he's just kind of a big dude. Ow. Good thing I have cold resistance. And like a ton of armor. Also, enemies tend to attack each other as well, which is interesting. And depending on what side you take as well, they'll fight each other. Or they'll help you out in the fights too. And sometimes you can loot enemies for parts and stuff and health items, which is helpful. Is there like a cave around here or something? Oh, there is a cave around here. Ow. Oh, that was my... That's right. There's, you also have like a little cricket companion with you, which kind of just joins you from your childhood out of nowhere. I can't go down there. Okay, hold on though. I'm gonna walk away from that, because I don't want to deal with that. I still have talking to do, because I want to talk. So, I guess just to sum it all up, the story and dialogue options could be so much shorter. Like, you don't, even if you have to, like, remove choices to make, that is so much preferable than each character having, like, 3 or 4 different options, asking if you're sure if you want to do what you want to do, and if you think you're right on the path you're taking. It's the only thing I have to kind of knock this game down. And it's unfortunate, because it knocks it down like a huge chunk. Just because of how interconnected the story is with everything. It takes the game's it just takes my personal rating of the game down by a large margin. And, like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of things you can do in this game. There's so much to do. I haven't even scratched the surface of, like, a lot of the things you can do, because there's so many side quests to do, which I don't know how the side quests are exactly, I'll be honest. Because after dealing with story dialogue, I didn't want to deal with side quest dialogue. I don't know if that's going to be just as long as regular story, because it might as well be. Um, but there's like a lot of side quests to like get you into different areas and secret rooms and stuff. But I also find that pointless, I guess. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the loot you can get from anywhere. You can loot places of any sort to get scraps. Like you saw me looting the cars earlier, there's another car right here. I can loot this car. It could have something good in it, could not. Yeah, see? We got a handle for something.
That's a toxinol zap station.
It's got a resource totem and a psionic shrine. Well, I'll definitely take that. Cool. And the psionic shrines react basically on however way you're leaning. So because I'm leaning more towards the dark part, I get more dark totems to pop out. If I had light side balance or whatever, then the towers will glow with a light instead. I guess I don't know. There's a lot you can do and a lot you can craft in this game, and the fighting is cool. The combat is cool. Mini bosses, the bosses themselves, awesome, totally cool. Loved every part of it. Oh yeah, we wanted to go fight that boss over there. No, no. How do I? Thank you. All right. Yeah. I gotta admit, I loved the look of the bosses. Each one was so unique to fight because they each had their own fighting style and was interesting. Hello. Down here. Is this where the boss is? Is that it? That looks like it. Hold on. That's probably it right there, isn't it? There's like a marker on it. You a boss? Are you dead? I didn't kill you. Oh, you're not dead. Ooh, okay. Whoa. Well, you're definitely not very tough considering I'm just ripping you apart. Then again, I do have really strong weapons. Okay. I got a key. Awesome. I think I know where that goes to. Probably that door. Is there any loot down here? There's sometimes loot when you defeat these big bosses. But yeah, you can look at the design. This is so cool. It's like a big mutated like snake, alligator, bear, I think. It looks really cool, I gotta say. I do love the designs of all their characters. And even like the character creator, it's interesting. Because when you're creating your character, it basically takes whatever... Because you get to like pick your stats and that changes how the character looks, in a way. In a way of speaking, I suppose. Okay, here's that place here. Let's go down here. And I can show you.
Insert and turn.
There we go. Yeah, you can get like cool loot out of these. So you have like temporary modules you get to attach to your weapons, which like help out with damage and all that. What in the world is that? Legendary, what? Yeah, see, this wasn't even the part I came for. Two-handed slash weapon. Does a ton of damage. I'm gonna have to use that later. Oh, yeah, that wasn't even the thing. This is the main objective piece. And you see? I think it's just because I turned up my loot look a bunch. because you can put points into that, which I can show you as well because we have a level up. When you level up, you get 2 points into anything, which will add 10 to any stat you choose. My barter is really low because I don't trade with people. I don't go over to the villages and trade with them. There's just no point. I've mostly been turning up my luck, and it really worked out for me. I'm mostly focused on strength, so my melee weapons did a lot, but I think I'm going to give myself more health. Yeah. Awesome. I can't really use those other points on anything right now. Because things get more expensive as you level up. I don't really have anything that costs 1 or 2 points. Yeah. I get some pretty good loot out of just basic boxes and stuff. Which is all you really need to forge yourself new weapons and things like that. Like being able to craft any of these weapons is really cool. Like say I go in here and I want to craft a new melee weapon. We have that new piece. I can click on that. So it has a base. Then we can add a handle to it. And based on what handle you add to it, it can change the damage. This damage goes up to 1,000. That's higher than anything I have right now. Wow. That's really impressive. 60. I mostly look at the first number, so 626 to 663. That's good. That might be the highest I got. Looks like it. No, 665. Okay. That's good. Now, I don't have enough tape materials. And honestly, I think tape is the rarest material you could come across. Because you'll find towers, the scrap towers that we destroyed earlier. They'll either have metal, wood, plastic, or electronics. I have yet to see a single one with the tape. Maybe I'm just unlucky, or I'm not seeing them. But I've not seen a single one with the tape or adhesives. So, I guess I can't really craft any sort of weapon right now, but that's okay. I don't really need to. Scar changes, yep. But you also craft ranged weapons as well if you feel like it, which can have different elements as well. And the type it turns into is based on what it says, so this would just be a regular gun, regular guns, regular guns. This would be an automatic, automatic. This would be a regular gun. Automatic rifle, regular gun. This would be just a regular rifle, so just like you could turn this into a sniper piece. Shotguns. And yeah. It's really cool and interesting. So like every part of this gun can be taken off and you can put them on completely different guns. I could take this whole thing apart, put it into a whole different gun. Every single one of these. And it's such a unique way of crafting weapons, and I really like that. That's very unique to this game, and I think that's something I really like about it, is the crafting. What? Who's attacking me? Didn't I defeat you earlier? Go away. Go away. You cannot defeat me. Not anymore, that is. After playing... So... If you kind of rush through the game, you can get through the story bits pretty quick. It's mostly just the dialogue options that are a pain to deal with. But otherwise, the combat's fun. I like...
Crossway. Decisions.
What? What about decisions? I don't care about making a decision right now. Whoa! Hi there! You also have your melee combat. Yeah, and then you also have like combo moves you can use. You can even have combo moves with your guns. Yeah. Ow. I'm trying to do the combo moves, because if you get a third combo... If you can do 3 different combo moves, you get to use like a super kung fu powers, basically, which like slow down time. You can do a bunch of damage really quick. It's a very limited I gotta be honest, it's kind of hard to activate. because I don't know if it's just because I've gotten too much good equipment and I'm just too strong for it. But usually by the time I get to activate it, everything's already dead anyway. So I get to the activation part and it's like, well, there's nothing to use it on. I definitely feel like if they wanted to make that more of an effective thing to use, I mean, I'm sure it is on like maybe a character with lower strength than this guy, because this guy hits really hard with strength attacks. So maybe it'd be easier on a different character, but still, I think having to get up to like 3 different combo attacks in as like a trigger to be able to use it is a little bit stretching it. Just a little. Because it's not even that powerful either when you get to activate it. I've only activated it like a handful of times. And every time I have, it's nowhere near as strong as just hitting them with my weapon itself. Like doing the super attack is like the same time, is like it does the same amount of damage as me just slashing at them with my sword. So I can't really tell a difference, in all honesty. But I don't know, I guess that kind of just covers my review of this game. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. I do enjoy kind of just screwing around. I honestly, after being all the world bosses, I've just mostly been screwing around for the most part, building my weapons up and all that. And just kind of building my gear. Just trying to become as strong as possible. That's kind of all I do in this game. And it's fun. I like it. I like fighting things. I like playing with the mech suit a lot, especially. It sucks that it's limited to an area. I think if it could have been used elsewhere, granted, I guess that would be quite overpowered, I know. But hey, that's what I like. I like to feel overpowered in a game. That's fun to me. And I enjoy that. And being able to play in a mech in an open world is just something that I long for. Because there's not really a game that does that. And this game sort of does it, but it's limited to an area. You can play with the mech as much as you want. There's no limit to it. But it's very limited to that specific place in the doomed area, which kind of sucks. It's kind of lets me down a bit. It's cool though. I really like the mech. It's so cool. 0 fall damage. Whee! Ow. Perfectly fine. And the game is beautiful. I love the look of the game. Everything is amazing. I love the scenery. There's a lot to like about this game. And I think my view on it is just tarnished by mostly dealing with the story stuff. I know I've been harping on it and saying it a lot. The story is just... there's too much to it. Like, some of that you could turn into side quests, not main quests. And in a way, I kind of left the tribal thing as a side quest. It is a main quest that you're supposed to do for the story, which is probably why I haven't finished the story of the game. But that could easily just be a side quest. So easily, because it's not even really that important. The only reason the game made it important is just because they wanted to add stuff to the story. And I think it's just that their story was too short with just having the world bosses that they were trying to add more to it by adding different additional story parts to it that they were trying to line up in a way, which I guess they kind of tied it together in a weird way. Because after I defeated a boss each time, whatever team or tribe that I was allied with would just randomly appear there. Their leader would appear there and thank me for doing that. And it's like, why are you coming here to thank me for dealing with it? Like, I don't... Why are you here? Like, there's no point. And it just doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of it that just doesn't really add up in my mind. And I know that they try to explain it and all that, but there's so much dialogue to read and so much to process. It just doesn't... It goes right through my ear and out the other end. Nothing sticks, nothing registers. I still don't understand the story to this moment. I tried to explain in the beginning to the best of my ability. That is all I could do. Um, I do like the game though. It's like I'm like half and half. I'd have to give it like a, if it was, I don't know, scale of 1 to 10, I guess, or a rating of 1 through 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. I just have to give it an even 5 because there's so much I love about this game, but it's just that the story really ruins a lot of it. It just cuts off so much of it. I don't know. I love the combat though. I love the combat. I love the crafting. I love the way you can modify your gear and like change your outfits up. It sucks that you can't like upgrade gear to make it stronger. So like, say you have like a favorite outfit that you like to wear. There's like a certain jacket you like to wear. Its stats are kind of like locked in, and the only way you can change them is by adding parts to it. But even that's kind of limited in its capabilities. So, I don't know. I've mostly been stuck with this outfit, which I don't think looks terribly bad. Granted, none of it matches in color, but I can't fix any of that. But I guess that makes sense. It's a post-apocalyptic game, so I can't be too mad about that part of it. Ooh, hello there. What's this? I got another hat. The other thing is when you get crappy gear like that, you can scrap it for other parts to be able to craft stuff. So like the adhesives and stuff that I keep saying I can't get. That's been the only way I've been able to get adhesive is I scrap gear I get, because I honestly could not figure out where else to get it. That was the only way I could figure out how to get it. Which it works. It works enough. I guess the other cool thing is the world tree. As much as it doesn't fit into the story all that much and make a lot of sense, it looks amazing. I like that. Kind of reminds me of Avatar, how they have like their big home tree where like they stay. Kind of makes me think of that because it's just a ginormous tree, and I bet it's about the same size as their home tree, except for like the root expansions. Whoa, 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 hi there, whoa, okay. You're about to go down, sir. You stand no chance against me. Ow. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Can I pick you up? I can pick up rocks? I can pick up rocks! Okay, I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Because I love this game. I do enjoy it. Just kind of exploring, because it makes me kind of like think of Fallout 76, how it's like a post-apocalyptic thing, and you're mostly just trying to survive, build yourself new gear and all that, and do some story aspects to kind of get you to new gear and places. That kind of has that Fallout feel to it, in a sense, but it also has the, a feel of like, what's the game? My brain is thinking Dark Souls, but I don't think that's it. Kinda Dark Souls-esque. I guess in terms of like equipping the gear or whatever, maybe, I don't know. I think that's probably what my brain's linking it to, but I don't think that's what I meant.
That brick-brack could still have some good stuff in it.
Indeed it does. Google-eyed rec box. Well, I'm kind of running low on time here, mostly because I've been talking about the game so much, so I don't think I'm gonna do that right now. I mean, I think I covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about the game. I do think that people should give it a try. And maybe it's just like I don't have a taste for the game. Maybe it's just not my style and I'm just not feeling it. I mean, I really enjoy the crafting parts and the combat aspect. I really love that stuff. That they did that really well. Gotta give it to them. And I do think it's worth giving it a try. I just wish, again, the story, too much, too much dialogue, could cut down by at least half. There's just too much. Too many pathways that you can take. And for some people, maybe that's a good thing, and I think that's probably what they were going for. Is they wanted like you to have full control of the story, but giving somebody full control of the story kind of ruins it, because then you have way too many options to make, way too many choices, way too much, I guess, pressure. Well, it's not really pressure, just like I don't know. It's too much to put on your mind all at once, and it just doesn't fit. And I think that's where it's got the biggest fall. Is it crams way too much at once, and it doesn't work. Um, I don't know. I do think it's a fun game. I'd say definitely give it a try if you're looking for a game where you just want to like screw around. Maybe go play with the mech a lot because that's what I do. I go over there and play with the mech all the time. It's like my favorite part of this game. I love mechs in games. And then if you enjoy getting to craft a powerful weapon and trying to craft like the strongest gear you can, definitely check this game out for sure. Even like guns, your guns are fully customizable. Getting to make that's really cool. But I guess that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, as I mostly just talked about this game. Yeah, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Definitely enjoyed it. Played through most of the story. There's only like a little bit left. I think I'm like 90 something percent through the story. There's like only a little bit left to do. Um, I guess I'd say yeah, definitely give it a try. Maybe it's just that I don't have a feel for it, but maybe somebody else does. If this game is more up your alley, the boss fights definitely were a really fun part of this. I wish I could fight them again, because that was really cool. So that was all for this time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Well, not in the next of this, unless you guys want to see me play this and screw around. Definitely let me know, I suppose. But I'll see you in another video of some sort. I know I got a few things coming, a few new things coming, in fact. So, later, guys!